So this lesson is going to be on ordered pair and relations. So some of this should look familiar from 6th grade. So the first thing we need to know is the coordinate system, or it's also called the coordinate plane. So the definition is formed by the intersection of two number lines that meet at right angles at their 0 points. So if you look at our picture, okay, we have your y-axis, which is the vertical number line, so vertical number means up and down, and we have your x-axis, which is your horizontal, so horizontal number line moves side to side, okay, and where they intersect is called the origin, the point at which the numbers or lines intersect. That's what the definition is, and that's always going to be 0, 0. With our coordinate plane, we also have ordered pairs, or an ordered pair we're going to talk about. So an ordered pair is used to locate, underline that, box it in, any point on a coordinate plane. Okay, with a ordered pair, it is always written as x, comma, y. Okay, your x coordinate always comes first. Y coordinate is always the second number. So think about your ABCs. X comes before Y. So that should be somewhat of a clue to help you remember it easier. So in this example, they have 4, 5. So our 4 is the x coordinate. It corresponds to the number line on the x-axis. 5 is the y coordinate. It corresponds to a number on the y-axis. Now we're going to talk about graphing an ordered pair. So we did a little bit of graphing last year in 6th grade, or you should have, depending on your teacher. So make sure you have these steps written down. Step 1, you always start at the origin. Remember, the origin is the point 0, 0, where your x and y axis intersect right here. Okay, so you always want to start in that position. Okay? Your step 2, move the x coordinate. Okay, so remember, ordered pairs are in x, y, so the first number is going to tell you either to go right or left. Right if it's positive, left if it's negative. Step 3, you're going to move the y coordinate. Okay, so y coordinate, so your first move, start at 0, you're going to go x, and then you're either going to go y up if it's positive, and down if it's negative. After you do those 2 moves, then your 4th step will be placing your dot or your point. Okay, so with all these steps, you're only going to have 1 dot, 1 point graphed. You're not going to have 1 for x, 1 for y. They have to go together. So if we look at our example, so we want to plot or graph Q. It says 2, 3. So we always start at our origin. We're going to go over 2 and up 3. Okay, so start at our origin, over 2 because it is positive, and up 3 because it's positive, and then place your point. Sorry, I'm not good with this stylus. So that's going to be our Q. Okay, our next example, we're going to plot R. It says 5, 0. So again, start at your origin. We're going to go over to the right 5 because it's positive, and the y tells us 0, so that means we're neither going to go up nor down. We're staying right there. So graph your point. So that's going to be our R. Then we have P, -3, 6. So now again, start at 0. You're going over 3 because it's negative to the left, and then you're going up 6 because it's positive, and then graph your point. So that's going to be P. And our last example, T, it's going to be 0, -4. So we're starting at the origin. We're not leaving the origin yet because 0, x is the x coordinate. So we're not going left or right. We're going 0. We're not moving. Then -4 tells us that we're going to go down because it's -4 units. So you're staying on the origin and then going down 4. So the next thing we're going to talk about is relations. Relations go hand in hand with ordered pairs and graphing, because all that a relation is it's a set of ordered pairs. Okay, in a relation you're going to have a domain and a range. Your domain is the x-coordinates or your inputs. Your range is your y-coordinates, or they're also called outputs. So here's an example of what you might see it. So here's a relation right here. It's your set of ordered pairs. Okay, so that means that there's going to be more than one ordered pair. Okay, your first number in your ordered pair is your x, so those are going to be your domains. Your second numbers are your y, so those are going to be your range. Okay, also in your table, these would be your domains, these would be your ranges. And then you can also find your domain and range when you're graphing. You would have to figure out the points, and then you would write whatever your x's are for your domains, whatever the y's are for your ranges. So we're going to go more in detail about this in class tomorrow, so come prepared.